Good morning, everybody. It's another episode of Intellectually Honest, unedited, uncut. We're going to get right into it. Before we get started, though, y'all go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and most definitely hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I drop. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and open up. We're going to get right into it. So you know I saw the game last night, and you know I got some takeaways from it. Lonzo Ball, man. I think we all in agreement that Lonzo Ball had his best game so far as a Bull. Maybe we're not all in agreement, but I think this is his best game as a Bull, and not just because of the scoring output. Also because he was still stat sheet stuffing. He still had 6 assists, 6 rebounds, 1 steal. If I'm not mistaken, he had the highest plus minus on the team. But yeah, we can go ahead and open up. So, first takeaway is, I think this is a turning point. I think this might be a turning point for the Bulls, and the way that Lonzo Ball is being utilized, because I think another thing we all can agree on is that Lonzo Ball has not been running the point guard like how we all kind of expected him to be doing. Like, we kind of expected him to be like more hands-on with it, like more like in the rookie year Lakers, Summer League Lakers, that UCLA, that kind of time. Excuse me, I've been up all night. That kind of time, but he's been kind of like, and I think what that does, I think Billy Donovan wants him to do that. Now that I'm now seeing how he was kind of able to get comfortable orchestrating the offense and getting the ball to who he felt needed to get the ball in this game, and really last game to a degree. I feel like Lonzo Ball, I feel like they're starting to open up and get, because one thing Billy Donovan said in the post game press conference that stood out to me was that he talked about how he liked that they were getting out and running, as opposed to coming down and trying to get in, so slowly get into like an offensive half court set. So what that tells me is that they want to get back to running fast like they were last year. But like I said, it's just taking time to match. And I find myself getting impatient too. I'm only human, whatever. And if I'm being honest, I find myself getting impatient too, because I want to see Zoe be Zoe. We all know why we was excited for this. Come on now, let's not pretend. Let's not stand on ceremony here. We all know what we wanted. We wanted Zoe to be Zoe. And I think that this is a turning point game for Lonzo Ball and the Bulls. Great win against a good team. I know the Dallas Mavericks look kind of shaky at times, but Luka is still a beast. Porzingis is still a beast. Hardaway Jr. is still a beast. You know what I'm saying? They still got some guys over there, and you still got to respect them. I'm looking at, look at these guys. Finley Smith, Powell. Like, those guys, like, not stars by any means, but I'm saying, like, Willie Cauley-Stein comes to mention. Like, these guys got players. Frank Ntilikina. So this was a solid, and they were 7-3. They had the same record as the Bulls coming into the night. So they're just as good as Chicago record-wise. But yeah, very definitive win. Best game so far, I think, by Lonzo Ball, in my opinion. Of course, you can point to the triple-double game. You can point to a lot of other moments of the season so far, but this was definitely a good game. Let's just run down the stats real quick before I move on to my next takeaway. I'm trying to stop this thing from moving. Before we jump into, we're just gonna jump into some stats real quick before we get to my next takeaway. Lonzo Ball, like I just said, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 2 block attempts. So he was getting after it. Definitely stat sheet stuffing. 50% from the field, 70% from 3. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Great game by Zoe. Great game. I really, and the most impressive thing, all that. You got a guy that can do all that, dishing, rebounding, shooting, and not a single turnover. He didn't have one single turnover, man. Not one. Let's go. What are we doing? Yeah, very good game by Lonzo Ball. That's what we want to see. I hope we see more from that. I bet y'all can't guess how many free throws Lonzo had in this game. Yeah, so he definitely, like I said, he's staying consistent with what I said. You're looking at a guy who definitely prefers to get his point sniping. I mean, I don't know. I definitely think that's gonna keep him from reaching the next level if that ultimately isn't something that he can get going. I think that's gonna keep him from reaching that next level. I think that's something that's going to keep him from reaching the potential that I think he has. Lonzo Ball is not maxed out. Let's not get it twisted like gravy without a biscuit. Lonzo Ball has not maxed out. Like I said, that's a clear path. Like, let's say he want to hit threes, right? But then he can get like 6 free throws a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say he's averaging. Right now, he's averaging 12.6 points a game. Let's say he gets 6.6 free throws a game just based on attacking. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I think that's the next step for him. That's just something that's a mental hurdle. I think that Lonzo Ball's gonna have to overcome, and yeah, I think he can do it, but. Jeez, man. I think that's this almost 3 straight games since dude they had a free throw, man. I feel like I'm always saying that. But I can't even hate though. Great game by Zoe. Keep sniping if you got it, man. Moving on to Rosen. 17 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Noah 1 block. 35% from the field, 0% from 3. I don't like that, Rosen. This is my thing about DeRozan. I'm not going to sit here and debate you whether DeRozan been the best player on the Bulls, because I think he has. But I think sometimes DeRozan can get in to the point where I feel like he's doing too much. Like, he should have, I know Zoe got his threes or whatever, but I feel like DeRozan should have deferred to Lonzo, because obviously Lonzo had the rhythm of the game down pat. He had the flow of the offense. He had the chemistry with his teammates better tonight, and I just felt like DeRozan kind of got in the way of that, if I'm being honest with you. I guess, not a bad game. He still got his points. He still stuffed the stat sheet. Had the second highest plus minus on the team, so I mean, you can't really complain. I just thought DeRozan was forcing a lot of things, but I'm nitpicking. Not a great game by DeRozan, but not like a suck ass game either. So moving on. Vooch, dare I say he looked like an all-star center last night? 18 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, 57.1% from the field. 33% from 3. And he hit a free throw for good measure. He had the third highest plus minus on the team. That's what I like, man. Vooch. That's what I like. There you go. Like, Vooch, man. Listen, man. Let me put it in perspective. The Bulls are 8-3, and Vooch has only been good sometimes. A little bit. If this dude and I shout out to Zoe, because if y'all saw that last game, Zoe would not let Vooch give up on himself, because Zoe is what? Zoe is a leader. Zoe is a leader. Magic Johnson said he drafted Zoe to be a leader. The Bulls was sucking last year because they didn't have no leaders. The Pelicans suck now because they ain't got no leaders. Zoe is a leader. And Zoe would not let Vooch give up on himself. He saw Vooch pass up that open shot he hit on with. Vooch didn't even look at the rim. He gave it to Zoe. Zoe was like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, and Zoe wasn't going to have that. He's like, nah, man, you one of them ones. You one of our guns. You one of our shooters. So shout out to Vooch for getting over that mental hurdle and looking like a superstar center. Moving on, Zach LaVine, the golden child, 23 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, a steal, 66 from the field, 2 for 2 for 3. I thought he was in a slump, but he's not. 5 for 6 from the free throws. Teach Zoe. You know what I mean? Like, this is a great game for Levine. Him and Zoe, if y'all been tapped in, y'all saw him and Zoe had a couple connections out there, man. And I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of what we wanted to see. That's kind of what we envisioned when this team got together. We was just like, man, like, this is it, man. That's what we that's what we want. We want Lonzo. We want fast-paced basketball. We want Lonzo hitting Zoe we want Lonzo hitting Levine with full court passes. Levine putting on a show with the dunks. That's what we want. That's what we desire. And of course, Javonte Green did Javonte Green things. He brought the energy, and he affected the game in his own way. Great game from the Bulls. Alex Caruso, 16 points off the bench, 6 steals. Let's go. 85.7% from the field, 75% from 3. What are we doing? This is an all-around great game from the Bulls, man. So the second takeaway is, I think that as the team gets more comfortable, and they mesh a little bit, I can see DeRozan kind of falling back from that playmaker role. Him and Levine, because I don't know if y'all noticed, like, it kind of like segues straight from my first point. It's like how this is a turning point for ball. I think as they get more comfortable with each other out on the court, I think Lonzo's gonna start speaking up a little bit more. I think he's gonna start voicing his frustrations with the way they do things. I think that now that Billy Donovan has kind of put it out there that they would much prefer to play fast, I think that you're gonna start seeing them defer to Lonzo. I think Lonzo is gonna. I think he's gonna like destroy that myth that he's a bad half court playmaker. Don't know where the heck that came from. But yeah, I think I can definitely see as they look to speed up, because as great as DeRozan has been, he's a slow, methodical player, and you need that. Him and Vooch, you're gonna need that in the playoffs. Don't get it twisted like gravy without a biscuit. You're gonna need that in the playoffs. But I think that their primary goal on offense should be to keep the pace high. And you do that with Lonzo Ball. So I think my second takeaway is, as this team continues down this path, they're 8-3, they look great. This game was a turning point. As they continue down this path, Lonzo Ball is going to take over the offense more and more, and I think we're going to start to see what we kind of thought we would see going into the season. What is up with this thing? What we kind of thought we would see going into the season. Yeah, that's my second takeaway. I think as Lonzo Ball is gonna slowly start to take over. I mean, Lonzo played the most minutes tonight. Shout out to that. One of the channels that I followed for a long time now, Ball Facts. I'm pretty sure y'all heard it. Yeah, everybody in the Ballverse knows about Ball Facts. He used to say that the cheat code with Lonzo Ball is that 40-minute mark. And so I guess Billy Donovan almost unlocked the cheat code. That's what Ball Facts used to say. So perhaps we might get to that point. I think that would be incredible to let Lonzo pretty much run most of the game. That I think if he did that, he'd definitely be the first coach to do it. So in the NBA, so that's good. Third takeaway, I think. Let me look at this real quick. The standings, conference. Oh crap! I did not know the Wizards were number 1. What world do we live in? All right. Third takeaway. I think we need to readjust this pecking order in the East, man. I was saying that the Bucks and the Nets and the 76ers were better than the Bulls, and the 76ers still might be, but the Bulls Hey, man, like, I don't want to get ahead of myself. But the Bulls, dare I say, reluctantly, ever so half-heartedly, the Bulls could come out of the East, man. Like, in the right circumstances, if James Harden can adjust to the new NBA with the no foul calls, if Kyrie Irving never plays, if Giannis and them keep looking like regular, the Heat, I mean, dare I say that the Bulls are looking like the most dangerous, and I know it damn well ain't my Celtics, don't even get me started on them. Jesus Christ, it ain't my Celtics. But dare I say that the Bulls are looking like the most dangerous team in the East? Is it fair to say that? I mean, they've had some statement wins. They beat the bricks off the Brooklyn Nets. You know what I'm saying? They ran the Mavericks into the ground. They shot the Mavericks out of the building. You know what I'm saying? Dare I say that the Bulls are the most dangerous team in the East? I think the Wizards are looking good now, but I think that's going to temper. I think that's going to temper. I think that's going to tail off. Is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Let me know in the comments. Are the Bulls the most dangerous team in the East right now? That's a valid question. I'm going to wrap it up, man. I just wanted to respond to that, man. That was a great game by Zoe, and I hope we see more of this from Zoe. And like I said, if his three-point shot is dropping, that kind of opens up everything. He's a certified sniper. Get ready, though. Friday night is one of those, that's going to be one of those ones, man. That's going to be one of those ones. You got the Golden State Warriors versus the Chicago Bulls. That's going to be one of them ones. And it's on ESPN. We know what Lonzo does on televised game. You know what he did last time he was on a nationally televised game against the Golden State Warriors. He killed them. Took their heart right at the end. Step back. Fade away. That's going to be one of the ones, man. So make sure y'all are tapped into the game. Make sure y'all tune in after the game to Intellectually Honest, unedited, uncut, so y'all can get my reaction and my takeaways from it. So that's about it. That's it for me. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And yeah, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Yeah.